And welcome. David Levin here, Raising Your Game Today. This is Tuesday, so we're talking about the mental game of sports and competition. Fridays are for the rest of our lives. This week, I want to talk about Yannik Sinner, the great Italian tennis player. I still have a hard time thinking of him as Italian because his name sounds so not Italian, right? Yannik Sinner. Turns out he's from northern Italy, right next to Austria. His native tongue is German. Anyway, not important. What is important is the great mental game lesson he gave us this past week. So here's the thing, and it might not sound like a big deal, but first, he is widely considered right now to be the best player in the world. He's ranked number one. Chris Evert, the great women's champion and commentator now, says he's at the top, and especially that his mental game is the strongest. Patrick Mouratoglou, however you pronounce that, the top coach, says the same thing. So he is the dominant player, physically and mentally. But he just lost a 5-set match to Carlos Alcaraz at the French Open. 5.5-hour match. Can you imagine the physical effort of that, the strain and drain that must be? These players, such impressive athletes. So what did Skinner do after that tough loss? He didn't redouble his efforts, get more focused and committed, didn't get back to the gym right away, work harder. Instead, he went home for a week, chilled out, did normal stuff. No training, just reconnected with normal life. That is a remarkable demonstration of an elite level mental game. He didn't freak out at the loss. He knows his game is strong. He knows life is more than just tennis. He took a little break, took a big deep breath, and reconnected. That's genius. So what does that say for the rest of us? The big thing for me is to say that as you think about your mental game and working to make it stronger, the ultimate goal of that, the marker of an elite level mental game, is one that's relaxed and confident and open. I think for a lot of us, as we picture ourselves getting better at something, working to get to higher and higher levels, we sort of picture our progress like a bodybuilder, meaning our abilities get stronger and bigger and more substantial. And that all has a feeling of rigidity and constriction and control to it. But the reality is, the highest level mental games are the opposite of that. It's the feeling you get when you're playing for fun. In fact, fun is the ultimate marker. The best players in the world will pretty much all tell you the key to ultimate performance is to cultivate that feeling of having fun, which of course is incredible to think about when you also remember the insane levels of pressure they're under at that level. But that is the goal. Find a way to have fun in spite of all the pressure. And so if you're feeling like the fun is slipping away, the solution is not to bear down harder, it's to relax and take a breath and reconnect. So a couple things to help you do that. One of the big enemies of this is getting too emotional, letting your emotions take over and drive your thinking and your decisions and really everything. I remember one scene from the golf documentary Full Swing on Netflix. Rory McIlroy had just come off a tough loss. He's in the locker room with his team, and he's, super upset and honestly sort of overreacting. He's saying, nothing's working. We have to tear it all down and start over again. And you can understand all of that, but it's not helpful. It pulls you down the wrong track and makes it harder ultimately to get back on the right track. So two things there. One is to learn to control your emotions. Emotional self-regulation is a skill you can learn and develop. It's part of our Raising Your Game Sports Academy training. It's a critical piece of a strong mental game. And one specific tip with that from our advanced mental game mastery course is to set a rule for yourself to not think about the game, at least not think about anything negative that might need fixing until the next morning, which might sound crazy because, of course, it's all we want to think about after a game, right? How can you keep from doing that? But that's the other big skill in our core training, being able to control your thoughts and decide what you think about and when. The Rory McIlroy story is a perfect example. If he was able to just say to himself, nope, not now, not going there till tomorrow morning, it would have saved a lot of energy and upset, made it much easier to take a clear look at things the next day. So that's the first big tip. Do the core mental game work necessary to develop the mental skills to control your thoughts and emotions. That's hugely helpful in all kinds of ways. The other is to make sure you have people around you who can also keep their emotions in check. You want people who'll give you straight, rational feedback rather than just echoing back and reinforcing whatever you're feeling. You want some of that too, some empathy and understanding, but the most important thing for staying clear and focused and strong is rational, knowledgeable feedback and perspective. So those are the lessons from Yannik Sinner this week. The goal of a strong mental game is not tight and constricted and controlled. It's relaxed and confident and playful. So keep that vision in mind and then work to develop the mental skills to control your thoughts and emotions and have people around you who can give you thoughtful, clear, unemotional feedback. All right, I hope that was helpful. If you want to know more about our mental game programs, both our core sports academy training and our advanced mental game mastery course, check out RaiseYourGame.com. Otherwise, let me know any questions. Keep up the good work. I'll see you next time.